Hey YouTube, we are at day 29. Wow, is that right? Yeah, 29 of 31 Days of Tarot. And today's prompt is your top 5 underrated decks. So this was actually kind of hard for me because I couldn't think of like what decks are really underrated. I could think like I'm going with the definition of decks that like aren't talked about as much, that I haven't like seen as much hype about, that don't show up on all the social media, but but I don't know that it's like people rate them badly. It's just that they're not as popular. So I'm gonna rattle off a few that I've already shown in other videos and other parts of this challenge a little more quickly. So one is the Many Queens. I've already shown that one. I think that is freaking amazing. When people do recommendations for queer decks, I almost never hear it, and it is super perfect. Especially, I would say, for femmes, but also like trans folks. It's a good deck. Tarot the Silicon Dawn is out of print, so I understand why like it might not be mentioned as much, but it is a phenomenal deck. It's a really good deck for like deep work. It'll kick your ass. It's a little dystopic. It's got a ton of extra cards and like a lot of queerness. So that's a great one. And the Wanderer's Tarot, I've seen a little bit about it, but it doesn't get nearly as much hype as, say, the Dark Days, and I use those very similarly. It's another kind of lunar deck that it's darker, it's like dark black cards. So yeah, I really like that one. Okay, two I will show because I haven't shown them as much on the channel. One is the Hip Chick. I think it was Naya who last year during this challenge was like, hey, can you do a review? And I'm like, sure, I will when I've worked with it more. I have barely worked with this deck, but every time I pull it out, I think, I need to work with this. I don't see it a lot, and I feel like the suits like something of think, something of create. They make it really clear, like even clearer than the standard suits. They are simple imagery, but I can definitely get behind it. Like you can feel that that energy really well. So yeah, I think the Hip Chick, I've definitely seen it, but I haven't heard it talked about a lot. And I think that's a great deck. And then the other one that's kind of newer is the Marble Moon Tarot, which is kind of in a similar way. It's like a bright, kind of modern feeling deck. This one has kind of space vibes, but I like this creator card, the Empress. Empress. I love her stance. I love that it's like an older person, and that like t-shirt dress. There's just something about that vibe that I really love. So you can see they're kind of like have a kind of spacey, like alien feel, brightly colored hair and stuff. But there again, it's a pretty simple deck, but like you can feel that, like the court cards, like that has a very different energy. Say these two, right? Even though they're pretty simple figures, I feel like you can feel the difference. Like some of the minors, that's Seven of Pentacles. Let's see. Ten of Cups. It is kind of a boy and a girl, but straight people exist too. Like here's Temperance. So yeah, I think this is a good deck that I have not heard much about. I'm really curious to see what other folks respond to this one. You can check it out in the hashtag 31 Days Tarot to see what folks are saying. And if you're curious about any of these decks, I'll be doing more deck reviews in 2020, so don't forget to subscribe so you'll hear about it when that happens.